How's everybody doing? I think I should be live. So I'm going to invite a few people to this brief video. Give you guys something to think about. Let me get these invites in here as rapidly as I can. And once I get you guys invited, wait a few minutes for people to log on. And then we will go from there. Hope everybody is having a good day. I'm going to try and make this brief to cover some information. All right, I think that's it. All right, cool. All right. So I hope everybody's doing well. Just want to take some time to share some information with you guys. I've been wanting to make this video in this particular location for a while now, but I hadn't been able to get here because I've been busy doing other things. So I want to stress the importance of community and what I have been talking about via the Black Gold movement. Let me back up. My name is Tamani. I'm a supporting member of the Black Gold movement. We've been working diligently for a little over a year now to bring on more Black Gold ambassadors, match those persons with our Black Gold leadership. We just had a Black Gold election whereby we actually made history in that we were able to bring together like-minded Black people from around the country, had them volunteer to be national leadership in multiple departments. And we had an election whereby we had Black people go to a website and vote for national leadership for the Black Gold movement. And of course, the point of the election is to not only show our people that our people are doing things in a big way, but also show that we have Black people out there that are highly intelligent, very articulate, skilled, creative, and are doing things in a huge way on a major stage. All of whom want to build something for Black people moving forward. So with the election, we had 18 departments, and we now have 11 national leaders out of those 18. And we have ambassadors representing those who are actively moving, about 24, 25 cities. And we're looking to bring on an additional 100 in 100 new cities in the next 6 to 7 weeks. So the purpose of this video, if you guys have been following me and my posts and what the ambassadors have been putting out, we're all about building a nation within a nation for Black people within this country. That doesn't mean that we're not open to working with our brothers and sisters around the world, but we are saying that being here in America, we have a special, unique set of problems that only we can deal with, only we understand, and only we care to deal with. So our purpose, our goal is to galvanize like-minded Black people who want to do something so that collectively we can pool our energy, our time, our talent, our money, our resources, our sweat equity, and create something for ourselves whereby we can not only be physically safe here in America, but we can also have an environment that we can educate our own children. We can protect our women, our elders, give our elders something to plug back into, give our brothers purpose, and really create for ourselves something that other people have done. And of course, most of us know that the things that we have built in the past were destroyed on purpose, but that doesn't mean that we stop building. That doesn't mean that we stop trying. As long as there is a generation of Black children coming behind us, we have to always, always, always be about building and ensuring that as we build, we are also putting in defensive mechanisms so that whatever we build will be protected. The people that are there will be safe, and we can make sure that we will always seek to cover the bases to ensure that any way this government or an individual or a group seeks to do us harm, be it physical, be it economic, be it political, be it I would say spiritual, but I'm not really concerned about that arena. any area where there's a threat, we want to make sure that we are building a defensive mechanism. So I am actually at a location here in the greater Houston area, close to the heart of the city in Houston, at a it started out as a women's shelter, but I think they actually allow men to live here as well. It's called the Star of Hope Cornerstone Community. And when I first discovered this, I was actually blown away, because this is a nonprofit that has actually built a community for women and children who are going through rough times and need some help getting back on their feet. Well, if you guys have been following me for any extended period of time, you know that I often talk about being in a former active member of an organization called the Shrines of the Black Madonna, of which I was a very proud member, and have been fortunate and blessed that I have lived in an environment that was not only a self-contained, self-sufficient black community, but it was owned and controlled by black people, meaning that we had our own stuff, we took care of our own people, and we lived in a rather special, unique manner that other black people have never experienced. I lived in that community for over 20 years. We had 4 or 5 apartment complexes, nursery, daycare, school up to 7th grade. Had institutions for both public and private use. Had a dining hall. Had a clinic. We had generational leadership, because the Shrine started in 1953. People were members for 30, 40, 50 years. And being in that organization not only made me feel very proud of what we were doing as a people, but it also let me know that there is nothing we cannot accomplish when we put our minds to it. There's nothing black people can't do. As a matter of fact, when we're allowed to do, we often take it over, whatever it is, and we make it better. So in the Black Gold movement, we're saying that there are still black people out there that are still critically thinking, that still want to do, that still want us as a people to be bigger, better, and stronger. And as I have been talking about the community that I lived in, that I got married in, that my children were raised in, I want you guys to see, to get a look at the idea of what we can do. And again, I know what we can do because I've lived in this type of community. But I'm going to swivel my camera and let you guys see this community that was built. Again, this is a nonprofit. It was built as a I think they call it transitional housing for women who have been battered or who are going through rough situations, them and their children. And I think they allow men here as well. But the idea is that they built this community for a specific purpose, and they only allow certain type of people to live in the community. If you are allowed to stay here, if you need assistance, then you have to attend their church. They have to get their religion in, which is cool, whatever works. But again, the idea is that this was built for a specific purpose. It is functioning, it is clean, it is secure, it's quiet, and they have done a wonderful job. So I'm going to swivel my camera. I hadn't gone live in a minute, and I'm actually going to drive around, and I want you guys to see. Okay, I want you guys to see what I'm talking about. I'm still trying to do the research to find the numbers on how much it costs to build this community. But regardless of the cost, again, as I have been saying, since I started doing since I wrote the book, Black Gold Devalued, and since I've been having the presentations and bringing on more ambassadors, we have to keep in mind that the movie Black Panther, which most of us saw more than once, and we absolutely loved, we have to remember that movie made over $1 billion in 1 month. $1 billion. And conservative estimates are that black people gave 75 to 80% of that $1 billion, which is 750 to $800 million. That's $500 million a month that we gave to a movie. And I know that is the global melanated community. I get that. However, the point is that we wanted to see the movie, The movie made us feel good, so we paid the money for the tickets. We paid the money for the popcorn. We paid the money for the soda. And we did that once, twice, 3, some of us 4+ times. So it's not, again, that we get all these buildings here. And this is the chapel. It's not that we can't do, and that's the little quad there where people sit and chill out. It's not that we can't do. It's that we're not connected and organized and communicating enough to do once we put our mind to making something happen. So what I say in my presentations, I say to everyone, what if there was an entity that had $500 million coming through it every single month? What could that entity accomplish? How many of communities like this could we build? And in doing so, how many black people could we keep physically safe, employ, train, and make better? How many of our people could we remove from the dangers and the destructive environment of America's inner city? And what could we do with them to make them whole? How many businesses could we have attached to this kind of community? There is nothing that we cannot accomplish when we put our minds to it. And I'm letting you know where I lived, the church, the Shrines of the Black Madonna, it wasn't this big, but it was most certainly a multi-institution organization whereby we had everything a community needs to build, grow, be prosperous, physically safe, and to make things happen. One of our biggest issues is institutional racism, in that we don't own and control the buildings where we're educated, where we work, where we live. So we're kind of at the whim of what other people want to do to us, because there we go. I had a phone call. So the idea is what if we didn't have to depend on other people for our not only our daily needs, but for our education, our economics, our spirituality, our protection, our businesses? What could we accomplish if we put the kind of money into building our own stuff that we put into a movie? And I'm telling you, not only from my own personal experience, but from my belief in our people, there is nothing that we cannot accomplish when we put our minds to it. Now, I've been talking about the Black Gold movement being an umbrella for like-minded black people to do something collectively together. We have been very fortunate to have met a young brother who is the founder of the only 100% black-owned private precious metals and cryptocurrency company in the world. So of course, we sought to strategically partner with this brother, because why try to reinvent the wheel if someone's already invented a wheel that's working, that's moving? I try to tell people every day, all day, that there are still black people out there doing things in phenomenal ways. This brother's name is Chief Nfalme. He is the founder, again, of Ka Currency. He's also the founder of the Ka Nation. And he is an example of black excellence, black intellect, black creativity, black genius. And he loves our people. There are other people out there like him who are doing things in other areas, in other ways, that could benefit all of us. What if we had this type community that we built from the ground up. And we used as the basis to build it, the foundation, a currency that we own and controlled. What if we duplicated that process in 10, 20, 30 major cities around this country, all based on us pooling our resources on from our own financial system, our own economic base, and build something for ourselves in this country, and we're all connected using the same education system, the same economic platform, the same spiritual base, the same security system. Everything we need is self-sufficient. If you look, let me see if I can swivel my camera one more time. If you look, there's a lot of land here. There's a lot of agribusiness opportunities there. There's a lot of things we could do to grow our own food so that we don't have to go to the local grocery store that's probably overpriced and doesn't serve the best food. There's so much that we can accomplish if we have the right people with the right mindset that are focused on the right goal. So I'm telling you not only from my own personal experience, but also because of my belief in what we can accomplish as a people. There is nothing that we cannot do when we put our minds to it. And this type of community, again, I've lived in this type of community whereby black people purchased it, added on to it, controlled it, ran it, made it bigger, better, stronger. And we had that in multiple cities. And we can redo this again if we simply had the right people with the right mindset. So when I talk about the importance of having physically safe spaces in this country for our people, for our children, for our women, for our elders, it's not a pipe dream. We can accomplish anything we want to when we put our minds to it. And when you start bringing together like-minded black people who not only have specific skills that can show us how to push back against the many threats facing our communities, and you have people that are committed to bringing more people like that on board, you have people committed to going out into the community and educating, talking to the community and bringing them on board. This community is, I think they have 600 families here, and a building that's interim for people who coming in and on an emergency basis. I think that holds 200 families. So what if we had the same type community where we could house 500 or 600 families and still have institutions we need to educate, build, grow? On this property, I think this is like 190,000 square feet, something crazy like that. There's space for our own school, our own health clinic. There is nothing we can't do. And when we come upon people that are also doing things in really big ways, then it's in our best interest to embrace those people. We had the election, the Black Gold election. We had 18 different departments of which we were looking for leadership. Actually, we started out with 14. But as we met more people and they came on board, they said, okay, well, I love it. I want to be a part, but you're missing some things. They let us know what we're missing, and we added it. One department in particular is the City Planning and Business Integration Department. Met this brother through some other brothers, had a meeting at a bookstore. It went really well. He said he wanted to be a part. He said, but you're missing something. I'm like, what am I missing? He said, who's going to plan our cities? And I'm like, wow, I have no idea. I didn't think about it. He said that he wanted to run for that office. I said, we don't have that office, so we created it. Come to find out, this is an example of the existence of black genius and expertise. Come to find out, this brother has been contracted with NASA to build aquaponics food systems in outer space. And he's now a leader of a national department in the Black Gold movement. We have that caliber of leadership in this movement. The people that I found for our economic and financial department, they fell off for whatever reason. Some didn't pass our vetting process. Some couldn't do it because of scheduling. But it turns out, by the grace of God, we didn't have someone, but I meet Chief Mfalme through another brother, and now we're basing our economic and financial system on what this brother has done. Why? Because he's done an excellent job at it. And we're not trying to reinvent anybody's wheel. We're about creating an umbrella of black leadership and expertise, and bringing as many black people as want to come under that umbrella as possible. And if we do that collectively and together, then we put ourselves in a position to make the race better. We can all rise. And I think that's something that we not only need to think about, but if you are interested in learning more about what the Black Gold movement is doing to create this type community, then please let me know. Go to our website, blackgoldnation.com, and read our mission statement so you know what we're about. Read more as far as the Black Gold election, what we're trying to do, what we're trying to accomplish, becoming a Black Gold ambassador. We have a national, I said earlier that we want to bring on 100 new ambassadors within the next, it was 7 weeks, like 4 or 5 weeks now. If you're interested in being a part of that national competition, whereby we're going to give, I think, up to $4,000 for the people that are actively participating in the competition. If you're interested in being part of the Black Gold movement and you want to be a part of the competition to help bring on more Black Gold ambassadors and the possibility of winning some cash prizes or whatever, then go to our events website, blackgold-wakandarising.com, and read about the My Black Gold City competition and see what we're all about, what we're doing, why we're doing it, and how you can be a part. The point of this live video, and I'm about to end it, is that this community that I just showed you guys, this was built by a nonprofit, so they have public money. But we all know that black people have money. It's just a matter of giving or presenting something to black people that they can get behind and support. I tell people that we want the Black Gold movement to be the conscious man or woman's church, and that we want to give them something that they can believe in, something they can give to, something they can be a member of, and something that they can support. And I think that is vitally important, because we don't have a lot of time to get this thing right again. Black people have tried to bring our people together multiple times, and more often than not, those efforts have been thwarted by outside influence, as well as us not being ready or fully understanding the mission and the things that went along with that. But I believe if we bring on board the right people in this movement, then we can have everything we need, because the expertise is already out there. It already exists. We just need to bring them together in a new puzzle, so to speak, bring those pieces together on a new puzzle and create a new landscape that we can present to our people. So with that, I'm going to thank you. I don't think I have, let me see if I have any questions. Again, I hadn't done this in a very long time, so I apologize. Let me see, make sure no one has. What's up, Chief Mfalme? Sister Karen, Brother Vince, how you doing? What's up, Sister Oni? Blah, 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 blah. Brother Ali G, Brother Eric, how you doing? Hopefully you'll make a presentation soon, Brother Eric. Brother Keith, how you doing? Ambassador out of, where are you, Keith? I forgot. Brother Deshaun out of Detroit. Sister Taisha, I don't know where you are, but she's with Concurrency. I probably remember Brother Charles out of Lakeland, Florida. Lakeland, Tampa. He's out, Tampa, Florida, our ambassador out there. Sister Leela out of Houston. Brother Sister Chenzira out of Atlanta. Thank you for making it. Oh yeah, yeah, Chief, you're right. Not including all of the merchandise that the Carnation currently manufactures. We can sell that as well on our property, as well as having outlet stores and convenience stores in and around the community. As I've said multiple times, there are low-hanging economic fruit in every black community in this country that represents hundreds of millions of dollars. We can all go after that as well and manufacture our own stuff. Funi Karima, how you doing? Brother Jafari, how you doing? Brother Husani, how you doing? So thank you guys for making the the live. I'm probably, I don't like to do a lot of these because I don't have a lot of time, and I usually busy doing something else. So I just want to show you guys the community because I talk about that a lot. Because I think it's very important that, again, we can keep our people physically safe, but we're not going to be able to do that if we are in an environment that we cannot own and control. And again, as much as humanly possible, there are things that we can do to create a better reality for our people in this country. And of course, the more we do, the more we'll be able to grow our economic power, and the more we'll be able to purchase. All of us should have a home on the continent of Africa or on an island that we have purchased. But that doesn't mean that we should not also or cannot also have land and our property here. We have to be realistic in what we're trying to accomplish and understand that our people are here in America, and it has to be a process in place to move us to another place. And of course, the Black Gold movement, we have that process. It's just a matter of finding the right people to help us implement it. So thank you guys for making the live presentation, live chat. I appreciate it. Again, if you want to know more about the Black Gold Nation, visit our website at blackgoldnation.com. And if you want to know more about the My Black Gold City National Competition, then go to our events website at blackgold-wakandarising.com. and see what the competition is about, as well as you can RSVP for our live presentations. And I have one coming up in less than an hour. So thank you guys very much. I will be in touch. You guys have a wonderful day. God bless.